My dear child, I have always been by your side, even when you couldn't feel my presence. Today, I must address you in a manner I've never employed before. There's no rush or interruptions, just you and me, heart to heart. You've definitely been feeling something different lately. You feel a restlessness in your chest, as if something important is about to happen. You are not imagining things. I have watched your journey for some time. I have seen every tear you have shed in silence, and every night you have spent awake, wondering why certain people left your life the way they did. And there's someone specific who won't leave your thoughts, isn't there? That person who hurt you, who confused you, who was once important and then just disappeared from your life as if you had never existed. Today, I'm here to tell you a truth that will change everything you think about this situation. That person, who you believe is fine and happy without you, is going through something they themselves cannot explain. They haven't slept well in weeks. They pretend everything is fine, but something inside their chest tightens. The universe whispers their name at the most unexpected moments. Before continuing, write in the comments, "I activate my spiritual protection shield." This will seal your energy with the power of angels and prevent any shadow from approaching. Prepare to be shocked as I unveil a revelation that will shatter all your preconceived notions. What this person did to you was not just a human choice. It was a decision that shook the spiritual world. When someone hurts your heart, the consequences are not only physical. The entire universe is in agreement. This is an injustice. And now, after so long, this person is beginning to pay the price. I'm not talking about revenge because that's not in my nature. I'm talking about divine justice, the balance that is always restored when we least expect it. She's been looking for you on social media. Yes, you read that right. In the last few days, she has typed your name several times, looked at your photos, and read your old messages. I need to know how you are, if you are okay, if you have forgotten her. She doesn't know this yet, but you're not the same person she left behind. You've grown in ways you didn't even realize during all this time she's been away. Your inner strength has multiplied, your wisdom has deepened, and your light shines in a way that frightens those who are not prepared for so much truth. I understand your confusion. You're wondering why now? Why just when I was managing to move on? The answer is simple. You had to become who you are today before this person could return to your life. If she had returned when you were still hurting and carrying pain in your heart, you would have just repeated the same mistakes. But now, you're different. You have learned to value yourself and recognize your own brilliance. She feels it. Even from a distance, even without talking to you, she can sense that something has changed. You have a powerful energy about you. It attracts her, but also makes her nervous. I'll tell you exactly what's going on with her right now. She consistently fails to establish connections with others because your image dominates her mind. When she laughs, she suddenly remembers how you used to laugh together. When she's sad, she remembers how you were the only one who really understood her. That's not obsession. It's just common sense. The universe is showing her what she's lost. Life teaches us that certain people are unique and irreplaceable. When you throw away a treasure, the emptiness that remains can never be filled. The most important part of this story is that you no longer need her to be happy. You have mastered being independent. You've discovered that your happiness doesn't depend on anyone else, and that your peace comes from within. That's precisely why she's returning. It's not about your need for her, but her realization that she always needed you. You now have the power to choose whether or not to open the door to your heart again. You will receive a sign in the next few hours or days. It could be a message, an unexpected encounter, or a very real dream. No matter what form it takes, you will know it is from her. When that happens, take a deep breath and remember, you are no longer the person who accepted crumbs of love. You now know your worth and what you deserve, and you will not settle for anything less. If she wants another chance, she has to prove that she's really changed. She needs to demonstrate that she understands the mistake she made and that she's willing to honor the gift that is having you in her life. The universe is setting the stage for a new chapter in your story. This is a chapter where you stop suffering in silence and start shining so brightly that even those who tried to extinguish your light are illuminated by your radiance. Now, I'm about to share something that will make your heart race. In just 3 days, this person has undergone a complete transformation. It was as if an invisible force had held her by the shoulders and shown her a movie of your life together. But this time she was able to see everything with new eyes. She saw how patient you always were when she was nervous. You always chose the right words in difficult moments. Your eyes shone with passion when you spoke of your dreams. For the first time, she understood that these weren't just casual conversations. They were building blocks for a future that she destroyed with her own hands. You know what else is driving her crazy? She found out that other people noticed how special you were. Someone close to her mentioned your name in conversation, talking about how you've always been a unique person, and it hit her like a punch in the stomach. She realized that everyone saw what she refused to see. Here's the truth. She lacked the courage to admit it to herself. She didn't let you go because she didn't love you. She let you go because she was afraid she wasn't good enough for you. She knew that one day you would wake up and realize you deserved someone better, so she chose to leave before that happened. It's ironic, isn't it? She did exactly what she was afraid you would do. She abandoned you because she thought you would abandon her first. She is now living the nightmare she created for herself. She is feeling firsthand what it's like to live without you. Understand this. When the universe decides it's time for two souls to reconnect, it creates situations that are impossible to ignore. That situation is being created right now as you read these words. Receive this strength in your life by writing in the comments now. My energy is sacred and no evil has power over me. Get ready because things are about to change. You're about to enter a new phase where your inner strength will shine like never before. In the coming days, you will notice strange signs. You will see her name in unexpected places, hear songs you used to listen to together, and dream about conversations you never had, but that will seem too real to be just dreams. This is no coincidence. It is the universe preparing the ground for something big. And you know what's most fascinating? She's getting the same signs. She's seeing your name everywhere. She's having dreams about you. She feels your presence all the time. The difference is that she doesn't understand what it means yet, while you already know. There's more to this than a simple reconciliation. During this time apart, you both grew in different ways. You became stronger, wiser, and more connected to your essence. She learned through pain what it means to lose someone truly special. It's clear that when these two energies meet again, it will be a game changer. Yours is full of light and self-knowledge, and hers is full of regret and a genuine desire to repair what was broken. This combination will create something extraordinary, something you both knew was possible. Understand this. It's not just a story about someone coming back. This is your story. It is about discovering your power to transform your own life and the lives of those around you. When she finally has the courage to approach you, and she will, because the pressure she feels in her chest won't stop until she does. You will no longer be that person who accepts anything just to avoid being alone. You will know your worth and demand respect. And you know what's most beautiful about all this? Your heart is capable of forgiveness and love, even after everything that has happened. That's not weakness. This is proof that you have a giant soul, a soul that the universe has chosen for special experiences. She will come back changed. She will return with the humility of someone who has learned a painful but necessary lesson. She'll come back realizing she was lucky to have met someone like you and that she was foolish enough to throw it away. Most of all, she will come back afraid. She will be afraid that you don't want anything to do with her anymore. She will be afraid that it's too late. You have the power to make change. You will decide whether you want to give it another chance or if you prefer to go your separate ways. You will make the right choice because your decisions will be based on self-love, not desperation. I guarantee that, no matter what you choose, you will never be the same person you were before. You have undergone a profound transformation during this time apart, and that transformation is the most valuable gift you could ever receive. Find out exactly how this reunion will happen and what else the universe has in store for you. Everything happened at exactly the right time, and I'm about to tell you why. This person isn't just sorry, they're being driven by a force they don't fully understand. It's as if the universe has placed an invisible magnet pulling them toward you. Just yesterday, she was going about her normal activities when, out of nowhere, a wave of longing hit her so hard that she had to stop what she was doing. It was an unmistakable longing, one that defied the transient nature of most feelings. It was a longing that hurt physically, that made her chest tighten and her eyes fill with tears for no apparent reason. At that moment, she realized something she had never understood before. You weren't just another person in her life. You were the one who made everything make sense. You were the one who brought lightness to heavy days, who brought hope when everything seemed impossible, who brought peace when the whole world was chaotic. It is clear that she is now experiencing the exact opposite. Her days are heavy, hopeless, and chaotic. Life has lost its color since you left. She puts on a brave face, posting smiling photos and saying she's happy, but deep down, there's an emptiness that can't be filled. I can tell you exactly how I know all this. I see beyond appearances. I see people's hearts, and hers is screaming your name day and night. It's telling you to have the courage to talk to her, but it's also scared of your reaction. She knows you have every right to be angry, to not want to know her anymore, to have moved on. That fear is paralyzing her. She wants to talk to you, but she doesn't know how to start. She wants to explain what happened, but she's afraid it's too late. But here's something she doesn't know. You've been thinking about her too. You may try to convince yourself that you're over it, or focus on other things, but there's still a part of your heart that wonders how she is, if she's okay, if she thinks about you too. You've learned to deal with these feelings in a mature way. You have to be in control and not let them make you do desperate things. You feel it, you acknowledge the feeling, and you go on living your life with dignity. That's exactly what's drawing her back. It's clear that you're emotionally mature and able to move on, even when you still have feelings for someone. This is a rare quality she doesn't find in anyone else. The more she interacts with others, the more she realizes how special you've always been. Do you know what happened last week? She was talking to a friend about relationships, and that friend mentioned how hard it is to find someone who really understands you, someone you can be yourself with without fear of judgment. It was as if someone had turned on a light in her head, because she realized that she had already had that. She had it with you. If this message has resonated with you and you want to help it reach others, click thank you. This small gesture is vital to keeping this mission alive, bringing light to those who have lost hope. Thank you. She will gather the courage to get in touch in the coming days. It may be through a simple message, a mutual friend, or a chance encounter in a place you used to frequent together. You will know it is not a coincidence. When that happens, you will feel a mixture of emotions. You will be happy because you will finally have the answers you have been looking for. Another part will be nervous because you will have to decide whether or not to give it another chance. You will be proud when you realize how much you have grown since the last time you spoke. The most important thing is to not pressure yourself to make any immediate decisions. You have the right to hear what she has to say, to process the information, to feel everything you need to feel, and only then decide which path you want to take. If she has really changed and truly understands your value, she will respect your time. She won't pressure you, force an answer, or make you feel guilty for hesitating. She will understand that regaining your trust is a process that takes time. If she doesn't have that patience, if she tries to rush things or make you feel bad for not taking her back right away, it's a clear sign that she hasn't learned her lesson yet. You, with all your hard-won wisdom, will know exactly what to do. The universe is creating this opportunity for her to redeem herself and for you to exercise your power of choice. You will experience what it's like to be courted by someone who finally recognizes your worth, instead of you always chasing after crumbs of attention. You are the protagonist of your own story, and that is something no one can ever take away from you. No matter what happens with this person, you have already won the most important prize, your own admiration and respect. You need to know exactly how to prepare for this encounter and how to ensure that you make the right decision for your heart. Now we reach the most delicate and important part of this story. It's one thing for her to want to come back, but it's a whole other matter for her to deserve a second chance. Pay close attention to the specific details I'm about to reveal. When she finally shows up, first observe how she approaches you. If she displays the same air of superiority as before, as if she's doing you a favor by talking to you, that's a clear red flag. She has clearly not learned her lesson and still expects you to be grateful for her attention. If she comes across as humble, acknowledging that she was wrong, asking for a chance to explain without demanding anything in return, then you'll know that something has really changed. True humility is impossible to fake. It's evident in their eyes, voice, posture, and every aspect of their demeanor. Pay close attention to the words she uses. If she starts with empty apologies like, "I'm sorry if you felt bad," or "I'm sorry if I hurt you without meaning to," be suspicious. These are not real apologies. They're attempts to minimize responsibility for what happened. A person who has truly changed will take full responsibility for their mistakes. They will clearly say, "I was wrong, I hurt you, I was unfair to you." They will acknowledge that they caused pain and that this pain was a consequence of their choices, not a misunderstanding or an accident. There's a deeper test you can do to find out if she's truly changed or if she's just lonely and missing you. When she has finished saying everything she has to say, when she has laid all her cards on the table, ask her a simple question. What have you learned about yourself during the time we were apart? The answer to this question will tell you everything you need to know. If she can talk about how she reflected on her own behaviors, how she recognized destructive patterns in herself, and how she worked to become a better person, then there is real hope. If she focuses only on how much she missed you, how empty her life was without you, and how she realized you were important, it shows that she hasn't understood the main lesson yet. It's not about her missing you, it's about her becoming someone who deserves to be in your life. Here's a key point. You are not responsible for fixing anyone. If she hasn't done the inner work necessary to grow as a person, that's not your problem to solve. You've already done your part by growing and becoming stronger during your time apart. Now write in the comments, "Where there is light, no shadow remains." This statement unmistakably conveys your courage, faith, and spiritual rebirth. Continue the message with even more clarity about what's to come. This conversation will make it abundantly clear how much you've changed. She'll immediately notice that you're no longer the same person who accepted any behavior just to keep the peace. You have clearly defined boundaries, a strong sense of self-worth, and a peace that comes from truly valuing yourself. This will initially scare her because it means that the game has completely changed. You were in control of the situation because you were willing to adapt, give in, and make concessions. It's time for her to realize that she must prove her worth if she's to have a place in your renewed life. I know exactly what the most beautiful reaction will be when she realizes that even though you have become stronger, you still retain the sweetness and capacity for love that have always been your defining characteristics. This will show her that strength and love are not opposites. In fact, they complement each other perfectly. This conversation will unveil aspects of yourself that you didn't know existed. You will realize how much you have grown when you can talk about your feelings without getting emotionally overwhelmed. You will be proud of your ability to listen without judgment, even after everything you've been through. The most revealing moment of all will be when she asks if you can try again. You will feel in your heart what the real answer is. Give the answer that comes from the bottom of your soul. Don't give the answer your head thinks you should give. Don't give the answer other people would expect from you. If the answer is yes, it is a conscious, mature yes based on what she has shown you she has learned. It will not be a desperate or needy yes. It will be an empowered yes with clear conditions of what you expect from this new phase. If the answer is no, you will have the peace of mind of knowing that you tried, that you listened, that you gave her the opportunity she asked for, but that you chose to protect your peace. This choice will be valid and courageous. If this message touched you, know that supporting this mission is a gesture of love. If you feel it in your heart, click "Thank you so much" to ensure that more people receive words that save, welcome, and awaken. The most important thing is that your decision will be the right one, because now you make decisions based on self-love and wisdom gained through experience. You are no longer that person who is afraid of being alone. You are someone who chooses the company that adds value to your life. No matter where this story goes, you've already won. You won because you became the strong woman you always had the potential to be. You won because you learned to love yourself before loving anyone else. You won because you turned pain into wisdom. I will now explain the signs the universe will send you to guide you in this decision. The universe will reveal when you are on the right path. You will receive signs so clear that it will be impossible to ignore them. These signs will appear to confirm her return and guide you on what decision to make when that happens. You have likely already noticed the first sign, a strange feeling that something important is about to happen. The air around you is charged with a different energy. You are in the middle of the storm that hasn't started yet, but you can already feel it on your skin. You can expect your dreams to become more intense and meaningful over the next few nights. You dream about conversations that never happened and situations that seem too real to be figments of your imagination. These dreams are not just your subconscious processing feelings. They are messages from the universe preparing you for what is to come. Pay close attention to the numbers that keep appearing in your life. It could be 1111 or 2222 on the clock, numbers that repeat on license plates, or amounts that constantly appear when you're shopping. These numbers are reminders from the universe that you are being cared for and guided. Another very common sign is music. You will notice that songs you used to listen to together appear in the most unexpected places. You hear it on the car radio, in the store, at the gym, and even in commercials on television. The universe is playing the soundtrack of your story, reminding you of the good times you had. You will feel the most powerful sign of all in your body. You will feel a subtle change in your energy, as if something inside you is preparing for a new phase. You will feel lighter, more hopeful, and more connected to your intuition. It is your spirit aligning itself with the possibilities that are opening up. When she finally shows up, you will know instantly if she has really changed or if she is still the same person as before. Those who have undergone a real transformation have a different light in their eyes. They show humility and gratitude for the chance to talk to you again. If you notice this genuine change, you will feel a peace in your heart that will surprise you. It won't be that desperate anxiety you felt before, that desire to resolve everything quickly. You will experience a sense of calm, knowing you have ample time to rebuild things at your own pace, without feeling rushed. But if you look into her eyes and feel that something is still not right, if you sense that she still carries the same energy as before, trust that intuition. Your ability to perceive people has developed greatly during this time, and now you can see beyond the pretty words. The universe will also send you people to help you through this process. It could be a friend who says exactly what you need to hear at the right time, a family member who gives you wise advice, or even a stranger who says something that makes everything fall into place. Pay close attention to casual conversations over the next few days. I'm confident that people will comment on second chances, forgiveness, and how sometimes people need to lose themselves in order to find themselves. These are not coincidences. They are messages in disguise to help you see the situation from different angles. If you feel pressured to make a quick decision, whether by her or others, that's a red flag. The universe never pressures, forces, or creates artificial urgency. When something is truly right, there's a sense of fluidity, and everything happens at the perfect time. Stay connected with your self-care activities throughout this process. Do the things that make you feel good. Take care of your energy. Prioritize your peace of mind. This isn't selfish, it's wise. A person who takes good care of themselves has much more clarity when it comes to making important decisions. If you decide to give it another shot, set clear boundaries from the start. It's not about what she can or can't do. It's about what you will and won't accept in your life. These boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're gates that only open for those who truly value what you have to offer. If you decide to split up, do it with love and gratitude. You should feel grateful for the lesson you learned, the growth the situation has brought you, and the clarity you gained about what you really want in life. This gratitude will release any negative energy that may still be trapped between you. The most beautiful thing about this whole situation is that you will realize how you have become the protagonist of your own story. You used to feel like a secondary character in other people's lives. You are the star of your own movie, and anyone who wants to be part of your story must honor and respect that role. No matter what happens, you have already achieved what really matters, your own love and respect. You now know that the source of your happiness lies within your own heart. No one can take that away from you. You will find out how this story ends and what the next chapter of your life will be. This marks the end of a revealing journey and the beginning of something new in your life. Everything we've discussed here is about you. It's about you discovering who you really are and the immense power you carry within your heart. In the coming days, when everything I have revealed begins to manifest in your reality, you will remember these words and understand that it was no coincidence that you found this message today. It was the universe preparing you, strengthening you, and reminding you of who you are before the storm of emotions arrives. This person will come back, and that's a fact. The pressure in their chest, the growing longing, and the signs they're receiving are all clear evidence of a greater force orchestrating this reunion. Remember, they may come back, but you don't have to accept anything just because they decided to show up. You have become selective and discerning, aware of your worth. This is not arrogance, it's smart self-preservation. You have learned that your heart is sacred territory, and not everyone deserves access to it. Some must demonstrate their worthiness for such purity and love. When you meet, and it will happen sooner than you think, you will feel a mixture of nostalgia and pride. You are nostalgic for the good times you had together, and you take pride in the incredible woman you have become since then. This combination will give you emotional security like you've never experienced before. If she has truly changed and learned the lesson life wanted to teach her, you can build something much more beautiful and solid than before. You're both different people now. You're more mature, and you have a deeper understanding of what really matters in a relationship. But if she returns with the same mindset as before, expecting to find the same person she left behind, she's in for a rude awakening. She will discover that you have evolved, that you have grown, that you have become someone who no longer accepts being treated as second best or plan B in anyone's life. If this spiritual movement has touched your life, if you feel clarity, acceptance, or just a sigh of relief, click "Thank you." This gesture strengthens this chain of light and allows these messages to reach other people who, like you, were also at their limit. I am happiest when I see how you have become a complete person. You don't need anyone else to feel whole, valuable, or loved. You have discovered that the source of all this is within yourself, and that is the most precious gift anyone can receive. This does not mean that you have become cold or closed off to love. You have undoubtedly become more loving, and you've done it consciously and intentionally. You love by choosing to love, not because you need to be loved back to feel good about yourself. In the coming months, you will notice how people around you react differently to your presence. Those who have found their own light have a magnetic energy about them. You will attract people who vibrate at the same frequency, people who also value authenticity and personal growth. If that specific person is part of this new phase of your life, it's because they've raised their vibrational pattern to keep up with who you have become. They will understand that being by your side is a privilege, not a right. If they can't reach that level and are still stuck in the same old patterns, you can rest assured that you did your part. You gave them the opportunity they asked for, listened to what they had to say, but chose to protect your peace of mind above all else. I'm reaching out to those of you who have made it to the end of this message. Your soul has confirmed the truth of every word. You are part of a very special spiritual family, of people who are awakening to their own power, who are learning to value themselves and to love consciously. In the comments below, share how this message touched your heart. Tell your story. Discuss what you've learned and how you feel now that you understand your own journey better. Your experience is exactly what someone else needs to hear to find the strength to continue. We are a community of souls who support each other, strengthen each other, and celebrate each other's growth. It's not just an online space, it's a spiritual family, where every story of overcoming inspires and encourages all the other members, and that person who is coming back. No matter what happens between you, one thing is certain. They will be a witness to your transformation. They will see with their own eyes the powerful woman you have become. This is a complete victory. The truth is, the most valuable gift you've received from this situation is the realization that she might never return. You have discovered that you are capable of being happy, complete, and shining on your own. When someone achieves this, the whole world conspires to make that light shine even brighter. You are special. You have always been special. Now you know it. That knowledge will transform this situation and your life from here on out. This marks the beginning of a new phase. This is your rebirth. Welcome to the life you have always deserved. This is the definitive text on the subject.